If you are like me or any of my clients, you are wondering, is Georgia still a great place to buy an investment property? And the answer is absolutely yes. Here are 5 reasons why the state of Georgia is still a wonderful place to buy an investment property. The first reason is there's still room for appreciation. Even after this most recent burst in property prices, this area still has a lot of room for improvement. The developers see that the infrastructure is being built and there is lots of room for growth. As a matter of fact, Atlanta Heartsfield Airport has become the #1 most traveled airport November 2022 in the world. And that doesn't happen by accident. There are some of the top Fortune 500 companies in the area which recruit the top talent here to Atlanta, including production companies. Some of the top Fortune 500 companies are UPS, Home Depot, Coca Cola. Oh, how could I forget Delta, our flight people, our airport people. As you can see, those are some big companies. Not only that, there are lots and lots of companies that are moving here because of tax breaks, overall affordability, the desirability of having a lot of amenities close. So Atlanta has become a highly desirable area. I've heard it be called the next Silicon Valley. A lot of people were leaving California and bringing their money here for tech, commerce, entrepreneurship. This is another reason why appreciation will continue to increase, because there's room for growth and we were so affordable to begin with. Even with the big burst that we had, we are still more affordable than other areas. The second reason Georgia is a great place for a rental is rent rates. Rent rates, for the most part, are $1 to $1.50 per square foot, depending on your amenities. A lot of homes here in Georgia are over 2,800 square feet, where your rent rates might change a bit. So you should consult with a professional before you're buying a property with that mentality. For the most part, you will cover your mortgage payment if you put 20% down. We can talk numbers on specific properties. Some of the smaller homes, the single story on a basement, may even bring you more money per square foot because they're more desirable, they are in higher demand, and there are quite a few less of them. When you are looking at a smaller home with less overhead costs, a home that's 4,000 square feet is obviously going to have more maintenance and upkeep than a 2,000 square foot home. So just get with a professional on that and make sure you know what your rent rates are going to look like before you buy. Number 3 is no rent control. At any given time, within the lease parameters, you can increase your rents. In California, you're only allowed to increase your rents a certain percentage every year. Here in Georgia, if you want and you're seeing a demand for your rental, or you made improvements to your rental which lean to a higher premium for rent, you are 100% allowed to increase your rent. You can charge whatever you want for your security deposit. You just have to make sure to return that security deposit within 30 days of move out. The biggest thing here is no rent control, so you do not have to answer to anyone about your own rental rates. The fourth one is it's a landlord-friendly state. That is a blanket statement for a few different topics. A lot of it has to do with evictions and landlord rights. Whereas California, for example, is a tenant-friendly state. Oftentimes you can squat in California for a long time with all kinds of reasons, and the landlord just has to pay the bill. Here in Georgia, a landlord can file an eviction process start the day after the payment was due. So if it's due on the 5th and they didn't pay it by the 6th, you can go ahead and start the eviction process. After day 8, you can actually have somebody evicted. In California, typically, you're looking at least 1 to 2 mortgage payments to get somebody out of the property. Here in Georgia is a lot more aggressive on the landlord's side of protecting accountability for paying rent. The last piece that's becoming a huge element nationwide is VRBO and AIRbNb short-term rentals. You wouldn't think that Georgia would be a destination place. It's not like a New York or California beach city or Florida beach city or anything of that nature, but in fact, we have quite a few desirable things that are going on here. As I stated before in a previous video, there's a lot of Fortune 500 companies moving here or are here and functioning. They are recruiting CEOs. Film production studios are coming here. There's a lot of drive into Atlanta, even if it's for short term. So staying in and around Atlanta is desirable as well for those reasons. Even for executives, if they have to come in and consult or whatever the case may be, they can come into a fully furnished, fully functioning place that you can charge a really high rate for short-term rental, and oftentimes the company will even cover that amount. So short-term rentals are desirable not only in Atlanta, but if you expand out in Georgia as well. We have coastal towns of Savannah, Georgia, where there's a lot of history. The Orange Coast is known for its beaches. All of those places do bring touristy type environments where a short-term rental can definitely bring you a good amount of money for an investment property. Not to mention the destination places like all the lakes that we have. Lake Lanier, Lake Oconee, Lake Allatoona, Lake Hartwell. This place is known for hunting and fishing and all kinds of outdoor recreational items, including the Blue Ridge Mountains and LHA. As you can see, a short-term investment environment might be a great fit for you as well. Again, you need to explore what rate those are going to bring for you. So, I actually found that there are several places that state that Georgia is in the top 5 places to buy an investment property, and the reasons are for several. 1 is landlord-friendly laws, 2, tax rates, 3, eviction process, and 4, overall desirability. People are coming here in droves. Everybody needs a place to stay. If you need more information or you want to talk specifics about rentals, I am happy to help you. My phone number is 470-326-7077, 470-326-7077. I am Jennifer in Georgia, and I am happy to help you find a rental.